One of the things I also discovered during this whole period being with my mother is that you have to grow with your loved ones. They develop new personalities and you've got to come to terms with them. For example, with my mother, before dementia, she was a shy, polite person. She doesn't laugh very loudly. She wouldn't even hurl insults. Vulgarities would be something she would not use. For example, she would open a newspaper and the pictures of models. She would tell me and the domestic help, that man is very handsome. If I have a boyfriend, must look like this. And she would talk about having boyfriends, and we would have a cackle, like a bunch of, like giggly girls listening to her talking about imaginary boyfriends. Those kind of humor made me realize that she's very different. She's so different from the kind of mother that I grew up with. This difference have brought a different type of reaction for me, so I can joke with her. And then we'll take her back on an MRT, and then we'll wait for the bus that has got the wheelchair assist and come back. Now, those kind of things we thought would never be able to do, but she actually wants to do it. Last year, she invited some neighbors whom we don't know to our house for Hari Raya. That was a surprise for me. She actually communicated with a bunch of people on a daily basis to remember them by face, not by name, but have the cognitive ability to connect with them and remember that there is Hari Raya coming up, because the domestic help told her to invite them over, because she was always cooking for the neighbors, and during Hari Raya she always insisted that I bring the food across to other neighbors. But this time she wants them to come over, so that good-naturedness in her, that spirit of neighborliness in her, still retained. Those things were very surprising for me, how she could develop new relationships. The most recent was this Zumba for elderly, and she's seated in the wheelchair while everybody else moves. Even though she can't move, she could use her hand, to follow the movement, and she looked quite grumpy, but she is still doing it. And then one time I spotted that she started moving her legs. The dance required the people to kick, but she knows she couldn't stand up. She made a choice to follow the movement by lifting her legs instead of kicking. There is that cognitive connection that was happening there as well. I think what surprised us was her ability to continue to learn, was her ability to make new connections. Instead of saying, no, I think you're sick, don't think dementia is an illness. It is a condition in our family. And it's just developing a different person with us now with different needs. And if we roll with those needs, we develop new situations for her to enjoy, and she can constantly connect with these new people that she's meeting in these different situations that she finds herself in. That's one way you may wish to consider your routine with your loved ones, Find what excites your loved ones.